Good morning, Eagles. Happy Tuesday. It is time for us to start another amazing Olin Day. Every day we take a moment to honor our country with the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, I'd like you to please stand and face the flag. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Eagles, today I'd like to talk to you about peace. All over the world, people will be making the following statement: peace on earth, goodwill toward men. That is a very common phrase to hear during the Christmas and winter holiday season. Around our globe during this holiday season, millions will be working for and praying for peace. Most people want peace in our homes, in our schools, in our neighborhoods, and in our world. But how do we have peace in all of these places? Well, let's listen to the words from our 34th president, Dwight D. Eisenhower. He said, "Only fairness, respect for one another's feelings, and cooperation can lead us all to a new peace that will last forever. Only justice, fairness, consideration, and cooperation can finally lead humanity to the dawn of eternal peace." During this winter holiday season, let's all work toward peace on earth by being fair, kind, cooperative, and thoughtful for one another. Eagles, I think we can do that. Today's lunch item is chicken tenders and breadsticks with a bag of carrots, some oranges, and your choice of milk. Yummy. Thank you, food services staff, for providing the children in Brea with delicious and nutritious meals. Today's animal facts. I'm going to break a little rule. I said I was going to do dog breeds until winter break, but this week I got a holiday card from my friend Lulu, and it made me think about hedgehogs because Lulu loves hedgehogs probably more than any person I have ever met. And I think we all think that hedgehogs are cool. So if you don't know what a hedgehog looks like, that's what a hedgehog looks like. And I think you should look at them in this pose as well because that's what they look like when they curl into a ball. And because we can't get enough hedgehogs in our lives, look at that little cutie pie. Hedgehogs are super cute, and I think we can all understand why they are so loved. But I think part of the mystique about hedgehogs is that they are illegal to own here in California. So you should not own one of these hedgehogs. There are circumstances by which you can own a hedgehog. You have to have a federal permit and a state registration. It's not easy to own a hedgehog. And people are like, why? There's two reasons. One, they are endangered, so we want to protect them. And number two, if a hedgehog is able to escape or is abandoned by their owner, which unfortunately does happen, they have the potential to do a lot of damage to the wildlife here in California. In fact, their quills, when they're out in the wild, have the ability to cause disease like ringworm and salmonella in human beings. So that's not good. But I think that's part of the reason why people like hedgehogs so much. You can't have it, so people want it even more. Now, if you're kind of wondering, like, Dr. P, that doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Look at the story of the cane toad in Australia and find out what happens when you introduce an invasive species to an environment it's not supposed to be in. Anyway, these aren't the only pets, by the way, that you can't own in California. You're not allowed to own a monkey, ferrets, squirrels. There's a couple of other animals you can't own in California. Anyway, okay, back to hedgehogs. They are nocturnal, and they're called hedgehogs because they build their nests usually on hedges or in hedges and bushes and in shrubs, things like that. They're very popular in the United Kingdom, in Britain, because they live in gardens out front of people's homes, and they come out at night, and people like them because they eat all the bugs in the garden. They'll eat the insects like spiders. They'll eat lizards, small mice. They even eat frogs. Um, Now, of course, they are known for those spines. And when they are babies, those spines are not hard yet. They're nice and soft and they're super cute. But they need these spines for defense as they get older. So when they curl up into a ball, those spines need to be hard so that the predator knows to stay away. Um, they get those quills get very stiff and sharp and hard as the hedgehog gets older. They are nice and soft for about 3 weeks. And in those 3 weeks, the hedgehog's eyes actually don't open and they stay very close to their mother. But after 3 weeks, it's not so soft anymore, and they don't feel so great. But the hedgehogs are very smart. They figured something interesting out as far as how to mask their scent. This is another reason why we don't want them out in the wild here in California. They figured out that they do not feel poison, or they're not poisonous to certain trees that other mammals and other animals are poisonous to. So what they do is they eat the bark and the leaves of that tree, and then they use their saliva to spread that poison all over their body. And then when something else touches them, they now have that poison on them. So these hedgehogs are super smart. They know how to protect themselves, and I think it's because they're so vulnerable. They're so cute and vulnerable. They need to be able to protect themselves. They also don't have very good eyesight, so they rely on their nose. They can see in the dark, but they can't really see very well. So they really rely on their nose. They're vulnerable little critters. Super cute, but I think I've talked enough about hedgehogs for the day. It's time for me to go and for you to learn. Let's soar, Olinda, and make it a great day. Fly by, eagles.